5, 6, 5, 4.
Go! So, hello, we are now live. We are being broadcast. So, hopefully we can all be heard. The first thing we always have to do is make sure that we can be heard. Everyone else say hello.
Hello! Hello!
So, you guys should be coming through loud and clear, but I need to make sure that somewhere along the way that I can also be heard. So, anyone in the comments, let us know if I can be heard and if these guys can be heard. And whilst we do that, the first thing I'm going to need any audience watching to do is just give us a suggestion of something that we'll need for the first game that we'll be playing. And the suggestion I'm going to need is a suggestion of a genre. So it could be something like Western, it could be something like horror, it could be something like soap opera. So we just need a suggestion of a genre for our opening game. Whilst we do this, everyone else, let's just meet everyone. So first of all, my name is David Pistansky and welcome to the Extreme Improv XStreamed show. So this is the Extreme Improv XStreamed show. It's an interactive show. Put suggestions of genres and let's meet Sam.
Hello everyone, my name's Sam.
Okay, fantastic. Let's meet Damien.
Hello, I'm Damien.
Okay, now let's meet Dave.
Hello, I am Dave.
Fantastic. And let's meet Max.
Hello, I'm Max.
And now let's meet Alan.
Hello, I'm not Max.
Okay. So are you like Diet then if you're not Max? If anyone get that joke, doesn't matter. And last but not least, let's meet Deena.
Hi, I'm Needham, these guys.
Okay.
So I'm Needham.
So, okay, everyone, let's see what suggestions we've got coming through. We've got a couple of suggestions coming through. Audience members, by all means, give us lots of suggestions. And we've got a suggestion here of an Aussie soap opera. We've got magical realism. I don't know quite what that means, but that sounds quite interesting. And then we've got a carry-on film, which is also quite interesting. We might use some of these for something else in a minute. But the first game we're going to play is what is known as verbatim. And starting us off on this is going to be Damien. So I'm just going to put it over onto speaker view so that Damien, you will be pinned. And Damien, you will have 30 seconds to perform a dramatic monologue. And let's say that you are going to be doing it in the style of magical realism. I don't know, you can use that as the inspiration. Magical realism. You're going to do a monologue on the theme of magical realism. And you will have 30 seconds to perform this. And I'm going to give you 30 seconds on the timer. Let's just find the timer. And here you go.
It was once said that magic is any sufficiently advanced technology. And somebody else once said that reality is all the things that we can't prove don't exist. Now, if we put these two things together, we get a very complex idea about the universe that might just make your brain melt. Don't let this worry you. Enjoy the experience, embrace it. Let your brain melt, let it turn into a big cheesy fondue.
Thank you so much there, Damien. Well done there. Round of applause. So, next up in this game of verbatim, as we always do, we're going to come to another performer, and this time we are going to come to Alan. Alan, you will now have 30 seconds to try to recreate Damien's original monologue as precisely as you can. So you will have 30 seconds to recreate what Damien just did, his performance. And here you go.
Arthur C. Clarke once famously wrote that magic is any sufficiently advanced technology. And some other bastard also commented that reality is all the things we can't not prove don't necessarily haven't existed. Neither of these things have anything to do with magical realism, also known as urban fantasy, which is a genre of writing of which Neil Gaiman is probably the most famous proponent. If you have an ocean at the end of your lane, you have experienced magical realism.
And that is 30 seconds. Well done there. Okay, so as we always do in this game of verbatim, we're going to take things up another notch. So now, this time, Max, you will have 30 seconds to recreate Alan's recreation of Damien's original monologue. So just for clarity, you are not recreating Damien, you are just recreating Alan. After watching that, good luck. But here you
Thanks.
go.
Oh, well, I'm sitting here with books behind me and I'm talking about magical realism. And it's one guy who said something that another guy also said and doesn't have anything to do with magical realism, which is why I'm here now talking about it in front of my books. You wouldn't believe it, but there's no light in here. But magical realism can make it happen as so. And the clock goes on, and magical realism is not documentary, it's not family friendly, and it's not.
And that is 30 seconds. Thank you so much there, Max. Everyone give him a round of applause. Because we are going to take things full circle. I'm just going to come back to the forefront for 1 second. So, audience, viewers watching at home, I just need everyone out there in viewer internet land to know that this game is called Verbatim, and the way it works is performers recreate the performance of the previous performer. So in a second, Damien will have 30 seconds to recreate Max's recreation of Alan's recreation of his original monologue. For clarity, he is not recreating Alan or himself from earlier, he is just trying to recreate the performance of Max. But as soon as Damien has finished doing this recreation, audience, we need you to vote on who you feel has done the best recreation of what came before. So, wait until you have seen Damien's final performance here, and then start voting who you think did the best recreation. I'm just going to pin Damien back up to the front here, and give you 30 seconds, and here you go.
So this one guy said one thing and somebody else said something else about some other stuff. But here I am sitting in front of a load of books and I don't know what's happening. The thing is, if we think about it, sometimes the light just goes off like this and we don't know why. And then it can just go back on again like that. And we don't really understand it. So at the end of the day, you just have to accept what you've got and enjoy it all, because magic is what it's all about, really.
4 seconds.
And you've got to enjoy it, and you've got to enjoy your books. Look at my books.
And there we go. Well done. Fantastic stuff there. So I'm going to put us back onto the group view. So, audience, start putting into the comments, who do you think did the best recreation of what came before? If you felt it was Damien just then, put Damien. But remember, his original performance is not up for scrutiny here. If you felt it was
Happy
Max,
now, Max?
I'm sorry, Alan. I'm sorry. I was panicking.
okay, if you felt it was Max, put Max. And if you felt it was Alan, put Alan. So, just as we find out what the audience felt, let's find out what some of our other performers felt. So, Dave, who do you think did the best recreation of what came before?
Well, in many ways, no one really did the best recreation of what came before. I think for entertainment's sake, I have to go with Max and his use of lighting.
Okay, fantastic. Let's also find out what Sam felt. Who did the best recreation of what came before?
Wow, it's very difficult because they were all absolutely
Different.
awful in lots of ways. But no, I think for me, the closest recreation probably just about came from Alan.
Okay, and Deena, who do you think did the best recreation of what came before?
It's hard to say. I actually like them all, but I think that Max's recreation was a little bit, I don't know, more fun and creative.
Okay, so we've heard from
Damien, sorry.
our performers, but let's find out what audience are voting. So we've got a vote for Damien, another vote for Damien. We only have 2 votes coming through. So audience, if people are watching, do put some votes through. We've got a vote come through for Alan. Okay, we'll give this another few seconds. I'm just going to remind everyone watching at home that if you're enjoying the show and you're watching it on Facebook, do take a moment to click that share button, and it will help other people be able to find the stream. We'll be able to get some more suggestions, and people from your friends list will be able to watch this with you, and it'll be like a nice social community experience for you. And okay, so just looking at the votes, we've got 1 coming through here for Max, and so that's 2 for Damien, 2 for Max. Another has come through for Max. 1 for Alan. So it's tied currently between Damien and Max. Any more votes coming through? Any more votes coming through? I will acknowledge that I don't know if I'm getting votes coming through from YouTube because I'm just getting Facebook so far. So I'm just going to test things here. I'm going to test things and I'm just going to put a vote coming through. We'll see if it's coming through from YouTube just to make sure everything is working. And the next vote coming through should be from me. And it says Alan, so it's 2 apiece now. It has gone 2 apiece. Oh, another one says Alan. I may have actually just tipped the balance there. Going once. Going twice. And because of my interference there, Alan, you have won. Well done. So that probably wasn't fair. But by all means...
Hashtag corruption.
Yeah, corruption there. So... everyone watching at home, please take a moment, click the share button. We did just get another vote for Alan as well, so Alan, you won legitimately. So,
well, I'm pleased to see the audience saw through the cheap theatrical trickery of fiddling around with lighting.
Yes. Okay, so we are going to play another round of this using performers who have not yet performed, and we are going to start with Sam. So, audience, let's get some more suggestions of genres coming through, and we're just gonna. In fact, let's pick one. Let's pick one. Carry-on film. Sam, I would like you to do a monologue in a carry-on film style. I don't know what it's going to be about. Didn't really think to ask that, but you're.
I've never seen it either, so
I've
this
never
would be
seen
a lot
a
of fun.
carry-on film.
No, I know like the general gist of it. I figured that was enough.
Well, we'll soon
That's
find
more than I
out.
had with magical realism.
Yeah. Okay. Ready and here you go.
Oh, matron! Oh, such a great lot of fun doing all of these carry-on films all the time. You know, you've got all the faces. You know, ooh, and then of course you had that one time where Barbara Windsor's top came off. Phew! What a great lot of fun that was. I love being in carry-on films back in the days. Oh, what a great time of my life that was.
And that is 30 seconds. Thank you so much there, Sam. Well done. Okay.
Every carry-on film out there.
Okay, so next we are going to move on. Deena, you will now have 30 seconds to recreate the performance that Sam just gave you. So Deena, you are in Moscow, Russia, I understand.
That's right.
Have you ever seen a carry-on film?
No, I'm gonna.
No worries.
I'm gonna definitely nail it.
Okay, all you have to do is recreate Sam's performance, and 30 seconds. Here you go.
Oh, carry-on films! I know so much about them, as much as Sam does. All these faces like and just so fascinating. Back in the days, it was even cooler, but you know what? Now it's even much more fun. Carry-on films, yay! You want to know more about carry-on films? Well, check it out. So in carry-on films, the best technique is when you...
And that is 30 seconds. Thank you so much there, Deena. Well done, well done. Okay, but we're going to knock this up a notch because now, Dave, you will have 30 seconds to recreate Deena's recreation of Sam's original monologue. And so without further ado, here you go.
Well, carry-on films, I love them. Oh, they're great and all that. I don't know as much as Deena and Sam does, you know, with all the faces, and all of the fantastic things that happen around with all the clothes flinging up and all this stuff. I love the carry-on films. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, and there we go. Oh, I tell you what else, you all love carry-on films. It's much better today. It was back in the day. Back in the day was great, but today it's so much cooler. It really
And that is 30 seconds. Well done there, Dave. So, I will now attempt to recreate Dave's recreation of Deena's recreation of Sam's original monologue. So I'm just going to pin my video, and I'm going to give myself 30 seconds on the timer, and here I go. Oh, well, I'm just going to do what Sam and Deena and Dave did and recreate the carry-on films. And so I'm just going to spin around with all this coming up over here and me coming over there. And then, of course, watch the other things. There's all these faces and they go, oh, and ah, and ooh, and ee. And then, of course, there's all the great things. And then a bra comes flying off over here and it goes, ah! And then it's all gone. And that is 32 seconds. So, well done there to me. Gosh. Sam, I almost did a you, and I almost knocked the laptop over. But I don't want to do that. So, Sam, you look horrified. But you will now have 30 seconds to recreate my recreation of Dave's recreation of Deena's recreation of your original monologue. Here, an audience, once again, let me just remind you that after this, you'll have the chance to vote of who did the best recreation of what came before. Wait until you've seen Sam. Sam, here you go.
I'm just going to do what me, Deena, Dave, and David did, and I'm going to spin around, and I can't get my bum into the screen, but whoopsie, never mind. It was great back in the day. I loved being in Carry On, and there was a bra that flew off, and it went ping. I love the Carry On films. It was so much fun every single time.
1 second.
I love Carry On.
And there we go. That is 30 seconds. Well done, us there. So, audience, please put into the comments who you felt did the best recreation of what came before. If you felt it was Sam just then, put Sam. If you felt it was me, put David. If you felt it was Dave, put Dave. And if you felt it was Deena, put Deena. Whilst we wait to see what the audience vote, please let's get these votes coming in. Let's find out what our other performers voted for. So we will start with you, Damien. What do you reckon?
Well, I reckon it's very, very difficult, but I'm going to go for Dave Green. I think he was the first one to have to innovate the rotating while on a couch, and he did it without showing me his bum crack.
Did I show a lot of bum crack?
Thank God for that. That's what I thought you were going for, David. I thought you were going for bum crack. That's what I brought to it.
But Deena, you
wait,
have to
hang
do it
on,
a chair,
Damien. I just need to clarify. Did I have a wardrobe malfunction?
I mean, I don't know. It's borderline. There was,
Well, the ratings have just gone up. Right.
Yeah, it was flesh.
Yeah.
It was flesh. Okay, fantastic. Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
Max.
just north of the gluteal crease. You were okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I will actually say that if you think you saw a line, a crease, I have actually had back surgery, so it may just be a scar. That's a true story. But anyway, Max, who do you give it to?
Well, it's a tough choice, definitely. We saw a lot of different versions, and I love seeing new adaptations, creaks or not. But I'd say Deena stayed the closest to the source material, so I'll go with Deena on this one.
Okay, and Alan, who do you give it to? Did I crack you up?
Well, I would have to give it to the young lady from Russia, not least because of her cultural deficiency in the Carry On region, but also because I've always been a great admirer of her Siberian front.
Oh. Okay.
I love it.
So come on, guys. Look, right. It was a Carry On movie, and I showed you my bum. So what more do you want? What more do you want?
Genre.
Yeah.
What's a Carry On movie?
What's a Carry On movie? 31 of the greatest films ever made. So start with Carry On Sergeant, get all the way through to Carry On Columbus, and you'll love it. So anyway, let's see what we've got. We've got some votes, lots and lots of votes coming through here. So
Actually, Deena had the most convincing accent because the archaeologist in Carry On Behind is a Russian lady.
Well, this is true.
That I had a... Okay. Are you saying that I had like a specific Russian accent?
What's the character called? Professor Vushka. Is that right?
That's it, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Josephine votes for Max. Julie votes... No, hang on. This is the last game. Right, never mind.
Well, so, wait.
Wait.
Technically, I won the last one then.
You might have done, actually. Okay.
Dreams.
Okay, so Livia votes for Sam. Julie votes for Sam. Ra votes for David on Twitch. Thank you very much, Ra. Julie says, Keely says David. Nina says, has to be Sam. Josephine says Deena. Jane says Sam. Gavin says, Dave Green, marvellous work. Unlike
Thanks,
my
Gav.
Zoom connection. Okay. Gavin says, cracking show, Dave. I think that's for me there. Nick says, hi, guys. Nick, you're a little late to this vote, but we appreciate you joining us. Dave Green, replying to Julie, says, I am shocked and appalled.
No, Killy didn't vote for me. What the hell?
I know, right? Let's have a look. Julie then replies to herself. She says, don't worry, you are still her favourite. So there you go, Dave. Erica says Alan. Then she says, oops. And then Gavin says, we saw a live version of Carry On Behind just now.
Hey.
I can't wait to watch this back. See how far I had gone behind. So, I'm not sure what the votes are at. So there was one for Alan. We saw
Alan
one
wasn't
for
even in it.
Sam, one for Deena, two for Sam.
That's how
one for
good you
David,
were, Alan.
another
Just
for
your
David,
presence.
another for Sam, another for
Between
Alan,
Sam and
another for
David.
Alan. Okay, I think... Is that 3 apiece?
Alan wasn't in it.
Alan wasn't
Wait,
in
why
that.
are people voting for Alan?
This is why I turned my camera off, to give you all a fighting chance.
Just say Sam won.
Okay,
I think
Sam,
it's
you
Russian
won.
people.
Well done.
Thanks. It's a hollow
Right.
victory.
There are a lot
knowing
of
that
them,
Alan was
so-
just as good as me.
Yeah.
Alan was complimenting Russia and Siberia, so I think it's all the Russian people who are like, oh, you like Russia.
Okay,
Russia on
we're
your
going
side,
to
Alan.
move on to our next challenge, which one way or another will be for everyone. So, Deena, you are joining us for the first time, so I'm just going to explain this carefully for you so you understand how this will work. This is a game known as Single Syllable Showdown, and the way Single Syllable Showdown works is it will be a scene with multiple people in it, but there will only be 2 at any one time, and everything you say in it has to be words of 1 syllable. So, for example, you can say hi, but you cannot say hello. You could say Dave, but you cannot say David, just as a lot of the audience just were. And we will get a suggestion for what the scene is going to be about. So, audience, can I have a suggestion of something that terrifies you? Something that terrifies you, please, audience members. And we
David's
will
bum
play
crack.
Single Syllable Showdown. I didn't hear that. Do I want to?
Don't worry, move on.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. So.
I'd like to remind all our Russian viewers that this is not a secure connection, and therefore typing "the government" is probably not a great move.
Okay. So we've got a couple of suggestions coming through. We're going to see what the suggestions are. So the first suggestion we've got of something that terrifies you. Ra on Twitch says David's bum. So thank you so much there. Then we get
He's got a
Livia.
scary name, hasn't he? Rah!
Ra, I know, it's a good name.
It's a little very camp, isn't it? Rah.
Ra.
Oh,
Okay, Livia says Frankenstein. Julie says dentist. Vanessa Emrith on Facebook says wolf. Okay. Keely says, I'm scared of David. David Riley Postanski. Thank you for that, Keely. And then Keely then says to you, Dave, hey, Dave, don't worry, you're still my favourite. Obs.
All right, kid.
Right.
All right.
Okay, and Josephine says sudden noises. So, and Jane says odd cracks. I'm going to be the butt of the joke for the rest of the show, aren't I? Okay.
Hey.
Right, so let's say Frankenstein is the most interesting one there. Well, actually, my bum is the most interesting one, but we'll go with Frankenstein anyway. So, this will be about Frankenstein's monster. Everything that is said in this scene has to be words of 1 syllable. So, starting this off will be Max and will be Dave. If everyone else can kill their camera screens, I will then call in other performers if someone goes wrong. So just for clarity one more time, if anyone says a word of more than 1 syllable, they'll be out. If anyone hesitates for too long a period of time, they'll be out. And if anyone has what we call a circular conversation, you will in fact be out. And here you go.
I can't trust that man.
Why not?
He made his beast live.
True. That's very bad.
It should be dead, yet it breathes.
What do we do?
Do we have a chance if we run?
Yes. We run at dawn and don't look back.
Why not look back? What will we see?
Bad monster.
Oh, so Max, you are eliminated there. So if you can kill your screen, and can we invite Alan into the stream, please? Okay, continue the scene, and here you go.
Where did he go?
What?
Where did he go?
Who?
The man I was just with.
The man who came back from the grave? With the bum of a live man?
No, not the crack of doom.
The thing from the black pants.
A huge hole. Quite a mess.
Alan,
down
that's
there.
a hesitation. Alan, you are out. Also, I hate all of you. But I would now like to invite Max. Oh, hang on. Max has already done it. Can I invite Deena in, please? Okay, and here you go.
Tread light. The woods make noise.
Yeah. And also,
Oh, unfortunately, also Deena, I'm so sorry. First time playing, but we are going to be hard.
yes!
Okay, I would now like to invite Sam in.
I want to eat your brain.
No, not my brain. Why do you need to taste it?
I think it will taste good.
It really...
Oh, and Dave, you are eliminated. I will now join this.
Do you have a big brain?
I have a big arse.
Will that taste good? If I eat it?
Yes, try some.
Right now?
Why not?
Give it to me now then.
Sure. You have to be this side of my bot.
That is where I am, is it not?
No.
Oh.
What are you?
I am a beast.
Do you have a brain?
No, that is why I want yours.
Do you have a heart?
Yes.
Not anymore, you do not.
How did you get that?
Well, whilst you were... Look down, and I'm out. Right, so, who hasn't been in? I forget.
Me.
Well, come on in.
My arms hurt.
Let me hold your hands.
If you would like to.
Yes. You are nice.
I went the wrong way. Ah, that's
You
good
are
now.
right. I feel love.
I want my heart back. Tell that man I want it back now.
Let us go now. Let us get your heart back.
Will you break into song?
If I do, will you join in?
Yes, why not?
Be my bride.
Be my groom.
I love you now.
I love a man who is this way.
Let us go, let us find your heart.
Let us not grow apart. Oh no!
Oh, so Damien, you win that round. So everyone come
Right.
back. Well done there. Well done indeed. So we are going to move straight on to our next challenge. And for this audience, I am going to need a suggestion of an unusual place of work. Somewhere unusual that you may be working. At the moment, you could say the theatre, and that would be accurate and sad for many of us on the screen, but we need a suggestion of an unusual place of work. Whilst we're doing this, Dave, do you want to tell us where we can find your upcoming quiz?
Yes, it's on my own page, so I'll leave a link in the comments on Facebook in a little bit. And doing a movie and TV quiz tomorrow night at 8 p.m. UK time, and it'll be open to the public. So I'll put the event page details in the comments on Facebook. So do come and join in me in a little fun little quiz.
Okay, fantastic. That gave us just about enough time. We've got some suggestions coming through of unusual places of work. So we've got Ra on Twitch says a zoo. Ra on Twitch, you have definitely got the best username tonight. Julie says Undertakers. We have Nina who says mortgage office. Jane says top of the Eiffel Tower. And Andrew says the moon. So let's see if we can combine a couple of these. So let's see. Let's say this is the graveyard in the zoo on the moon. This will be a scene set in a graveyard on the zoo on the moon. So this is set one more time just so I can make sense of it. There is a graveyard. It is in a zoo, which is on the moon. Right. And what else we're going to need is we're going to need suggestions of a letter of an alphabet. Not the alphabet, the English alphabet, not just a alphabet. They're just going to be like epsilon.
Alphabet.
Right, the Greek alphabet. Okay. Deena, out of interest, how does the Russian alphabet go?
The Cyrillic alphabet.
From the very start. It's
Yeah, go for it.
The first one.
Yep.
Do you want to do the Russian alphabet?
Yeah, let's hear the Russian alphabet.
Okay. So do you want me to say the whole thing? A, B, V, G, D, E, Yo, Z, I.
Okay, so we're going to say Dave and Deena, you're going to start at your, and you're going to go all the way through the Russian alphabet. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Right, okay. So this is an alphabet scene, and it is going to be set in a graveyard at a zoo on the moon, and you will start at the letter H, and you will go all the way through the alphabet until you get back to the letter H to end the scene. And audience, just so you're clear of how it works, every time the next performer speaks, the next sentence they say has to begin with the next letter of the alphabet. So, Deena, I trust that you do know the English alphabet. We'll help you. Don't worry. We'll help you. Okay, I'm throwing you in the deep end, but we will help you. So, everyone else, if you kill your screens, we're going to hand it over to Dave and Deena. And here you go. Start at the letter H.
Have you managed to bury the giraffes? Have you managed to bury the giraffes?
I did, sir. It's right over here. Although the neck is not quite in the ground.
Just above the perimeter, isn't it? But that could be something to do with the lack of gravity on the moon.
Knock, knock.
Like there's time for jokes here. Come on, we need to get this giraffe buried under the moon rock.
Morning. I'm just morning. I love this giraffe so much that I just want to get over it with jokes. I'm sorry.
Nicola, there are time for jokes and time for burying giraffes in the rubble under the moon and stopping it floating in the air into anti-gravity. Now, have you thought of using some sort of bracing system?
Oh, you mean for the giraffe?
Precisely, the giraffes.
Quiz first. Before we continue with the giraffe, I really want to know whether you, sir, know all the animals in the zoo or not. It's very important.
Really being the manager of the zoo, and the only zoo I'll have you know on the moon, and the only one that has a funeral department, then I think you'll find I know every animal on here.
Status of yours lets me understand that you must know all the animals, but I got some rumors that you are not very qualified for this job. I'm not going to say who that told me, but
That's
this is what I heard.
absolutely ridiculous. I refute that absolutely. Where have you heard these rumors from?
F?
Unbelievable how you are doing this. Absolutely unbelievable.
What's the letter?
V.
Oh, I didn't know.
V. Violet. Violet told me the.
Well, I might have known it would be Violet. Typical of her gossiping away. Xander was involved in this as well, wasn't he? Xander was involved, wasn't he? I'll bet he had something to do with it. Was he the one gossiping with Violet?
Yolanda as well. They were all gossiping, but you know what? I trust them because they are the oldest workers on the moon. They're oldest workers in the zoo of the moon. So, sir, I have to say, before you get to another letter of the alphabet, that unfortunately I have to call the police about that. And
Zip zap out of here then. We better do that, hadn't we, if we're going to call the police on me?
aloha. Mark? Sorry, I got distracted.
Bloody hell. One moment you're calling the police, and you're distracted, and we have Max suddenly popping up on the screen, distracting us all a moment ago as well. I mean, this is absolutely unbelievable.
Call in right now.
Do that, I will. Do that, I will. I will call everybody. And I will refute any allegations you give to me from this police record you've got against me.
Hello? Hello, police?
And we have made it back to the letter H. There we go. Well done, us. Fantastic effort. I praise you very much both for getting all the way through there. That was fantastic. So, now we are going to do another one. So, audience, let's see some more suggestions. We've got lots of letters of the alphabet. Let's see if there's any more suggestions of unusual places to work. I will grab one straight away from what we haven't used. And next up will be myself and Alan, and we are going to do a reverse alphabet scene. So this will be a reverse alphabet scene, and it is going to be set... we've had a graveyard, we've got the Undertakers. This will be set at the top of the Eiffel Tower. We are going to do a scene set at the top of the Eiffel Tower, and we are going to start at the letter... Let's see what letter... The letter L, and we are going to move backwards until we get back to the letter L. We're at the top of the Eiffel.
That's quite a hard act to follow, because it's the first one of these I've ever seen when nobody ever picked up the wrong letter as they were going past.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. So, we're going to start at the letter L. We're at the top of the Eiffel Tower, and here we go.
Lumiere's great cinematic invention looks really good from up here, doesn't it?
Kings could have it. It is so amazing.
Jubilees to those kings would be so well celebrated up here, fireworks in the sky, in the city of lights.
I agree.
Heaven forfend that anything should ever happen to this delightful city of Paris, beautifully restructured as it was by the Nazis.
Get out of here. Restructured by who, do you say?
For heaven's sake, haven't you heard? The Nazis knocked down a lot of the Paris urban sprawl and built long, straight streets. through it. So
Eiffel
they could
Tower
walk.
included? Did it include the Eiffel Tower?
Do you know, I don't believe it did. I believe the Eiffel Tower predates the Nazis. I don't think Monsieur Eiffel was actually a Nazi.
Crap, I think you're just speaking crap here, aren't you?
Be that as it may, one of the most famous French writers of all time, Baudelaire, said that the only place he could eat in the city once the Eiffel Tower was constructed was the restaurant in the Eiffel Tower, because it was the only place in the city where he couldn't see the bloody thing.
Alan, I think you are just saying all of this highfalutin sounding stuff to make it seem like you're clever, but I think it's all lies.
Zephyrus winds that blow through my hair up here on the top of the Eiffel Tower are inspiring me to heights of poetic fluidity. I do apologise.
You're just speaking French now, aren't you? I can't understand a bloody word.
Xenon was probably discovered up here as well, you know? They just probably snatched some out the air, sniffed it, and went, that's Xenon, that is.
Oui, oui, is that a French word?
Very nearly, but it starts with an O.
Understand this, Alan. I was speaking phonetically.
Toujours.
Sacre bleu! There you go.
Relatively speaking, we're actually moving slightly slower than people on the ground because we're this high up away from the Earth's centre of mass.
Quicker. We're moving quicker, Alan. I think you've got it back to front.
Perhaps so. Physics was never my strong point.
Oh. Oui, oui. Is it now beginning with the right letter?
Nearly, but sadly your ability to string a sentence together collapsed at the same time.
Monsieur, I do not like the way you are speaking.
Les neiges d'automne, où sont ça?
And there we go. We made it. So, never do a French scene with a French speaker.
Or me, apparently.
Wow, I had no idea any of the references you were saying there, Alan. I can be honest about that. But we are going to move on to our next challenge. And our next challenge will be for Damien, it will be for Max, and it will be for Sam. And there will be 3 performers in this scene, and they are going to perform the scene known as Alliteration Anarchy. They are going to perform the scene Alliteration Anarchy. And audience, we now need a suggestion of something people would argue over. We need a suggestion of something people would argue over. So let's get a suggestion of something people may argue over into the comments. And when we get these, when we get these comments coming through, then we will start the scene. But let me just explain how Alliteration Anarchy works. Because we've already had some letters given to us, I will assign those letters to each of the performers. Then, as much as humanly possible, they are going to have to say as many of the words that they can with that letter. So individually they will have the goal of beginning as many of the words as they can with the letter they have been given. Let's see if we've got any suggestions for this. Okay, so we've got the last bit of toast, says Jane. We've got okay, what was this? The last piece of Easter egg, says Ra on Twitch. Julie says kids. Okay, something that could cause an argument. What's the best one we've got here? Last piece of the Easter egg from Ra. Kids from Julie. Ellie says splitting money in a bank robbery. I do quite like that one. Okay, Keeley says, who's improv champion? Last bit of toast, we already mentioned. How to speak French, says Erica. Livia says, guitar pick thrown at audience at gig. I think that's probably a true story from the sounds of it. Okay. Keeley says to Ellie, hello, Ellie. And Josephine says, side of bed to sleep on. The last Rolo. Oh, says Andrew. The last
That one's easy.
Rolo.
Sleep on the top. Always sleep on whichever side's at the top. That's the...
Yeah. Okay. Ellie says to Keeley, hello, arguing over the last packet of toilet rolls. So, I think, from this, let's choose... how to care for their goldfish. That's quite good as well. I think... I'm going to go over the last Rolo. Max, do you know what a Rolo is?
What was it?
A Rolo.
Is that a piece of chocolate?
It is. It's a piece of chocolate. And you're supposed to give the last Rolo to someone you love. So that is what we're going to have this scene being about. Okay, so this is going to be a scene over the last Rolo. I'm now going to assign each of our performers in this game of Alliteration Anarchy one of the previously suggested letters. So, Max, as much as possible, try to begin as many of the words that you say with the letter T as suggested by Vanessa. Damien, as much as possible, try to begin as many of the words as you say with the letter L. And Sam, as much as possible, try to begin as many of the words you say with the letter H. And here you go.
Here, have my last Rolo.
Thanks.
Ha ha!
Love me! Look, you loose-livered lily. You should love me with your last Rolo.
Heck to you, Harry.
That's terrible to say.
He's my homie.
Look,
That's true.
listen to me. Love is more important than being a homie. List the things that you love about me,
Hair,
Lawrence. Luscious. Luscious.
half your palms.
Left.
That's beautiful.
Like
He's
it.
happy, isn't he? He's so happy.
Talk. Say everything that
Lift our lives with love and luscious chocolate. Lick the wrapper.
take this thought to thine thinking caps.
Have you been smoking hash?
That's true. Then again, share Rolo truce.
Let us love loosely. Look,
True.
last Rolo, leaving it for you, my lovely.
Holy heck, that makes me happy.
That's terrible tragedy
Oh,
to thine self.
oh.
What are the names without?
Have you any more?
And we're going to stop that one there and scene. So everyone give them a round of applause. So, audience, I would now like you to vote. Who do you think made the best use of their letter? If you felt it was Sam, put Sam. If you felt it was Max, put Max. And if you felt it was Damien, put Damien. And whilst we get those votes coming through, I'm also going to say that we're going to be going on to our next game, which may not work. We have never attempted it before on a live stream, but I've just decided right now that we should give it a go. So, whilst we get these votes coming through, I'm going to tell the rest of our performers, which will be for myself, for Dave, for Alan, and for Deena, that we will next be playing the game known as Body Language. And I will explain briefly how this works, because our audience, once you've put your votes through, you're going to need to start suggesting body parts that the performers need to use. So, the way it will work, and in the last scene, Alliteration Anarchy, the performers had the goal of using the letter they have been assigned. We are each now going to be assigned a body part, and as much as possible, we are going to have to attempt to incorporate that body part into the stream. So, let's see what votes we've got coming through, and then audience, once you've voted, suggest some body parts for us. Okay.
Keep it clean.
I know, David, which part will be offered for you.
Well,
Yeah, I think we'll know.
that's very good, Deena. That's very good. I'm just dying slightly inside. But okay, let's have a look. So, let's see what votes we've got coming through here. Julie says Sam. Ellie says Sam 100% for the HOM. I don't know what that means.
When I was eating, I went home.
Oh, okay. Keely says Sam. Jane says Sam. Nina says Sam. Jane says, love his H-arm. Lol.
Half your harms.
Okay. Julie says arms. Jane says Sam. Oh, so this is, hang on, this is now suggestions for the next game. So, okay, Sam, you, I think you got every single vote there, so well done, Sam. You win that round.
I don't even know why we bought it, Damien.
Yeah. Okay, so, audience.
Max, I was gonna go with you. Like I thought you did better, but
yeah,
you got Vine in.
No, nobody asked me, so.
I didn't ask
I
myself.
can't believe there was no love for Terrible Tragedy to Vine himself, which was a wonderful line.
It was.
Thank you.
It was.
Yeah,
Okay,
agreed, yeah.
very quickly though.
Shakespeare, man.
Guys, settle down. So, we've got some suggestions.
Stan.
In fact, I'm going to ask our performers for a scenario. Where is this scene set? Let's just get this from our performers, because then we can begin quicker. Bakery. This will be a scene set in a bakery. It'll be for myself, it'll be for Dave, it'll be for Alan, and it will be for Deena. And let's just see what the suggestions of body parts that we've got are. Okay. We get... Oh dear. So Julie says David's bum. So I've got to use my bum, it would seem, because I can't really fight it, because Jane says David's butt crake. I think she means butt crack. Ellie says +1 for David butt crake. So okay, crake it is. Okay, so I will use my bum again. Sam, you have to use your fingernails. Jane says, I can't spell crack. Dave, you have to use your foot. Deena, you have to use your... Oh, hang on, we've got fingernails twice. So let's get something different for Deena.
I'm not in it. So
oh, hang on, you're not in it. Sam, you're not in it. Ellie, learn who's in the game. Deena,
just
you will use
popular
your
guy.
fingernails. So, Deena, you will use your fingernails. I will use my bum. Dave, what are you using?
I don't know. Foot, is it? Is my foot?
Foot, and then Alan. We need... Alan, you are going to use your left eyebrow. So, you're very lucky there, Alan, because you get to use your left eyebrow, but Erica just came in with Alan, use your toe. But you will use your left eyebrow.
When you say using our body parts, since I've never played this before.
Okay, so you've never played it. So the way body language works is we can do anything we want in the scene, but as much as possible, we have to use the body part as creatively as we can. The audience will then vote at the end of who used their body part most creatively. Okay?
Right. Okay.
So
not to show them more often, or... But
well, you can show it, you can use it, be creative with how you can incorporate your body part into the scene. Okay?
Got it.
We are in a bakery, and here we go. Right, who wants some hot cross buns? Hot cross buns, they are hot. Who wants some hot cross buns?
I'm just kneading the dough, mate. Just kneading the dough, so here,
Right.
I'm getting it all ready for you.
Well, I'm just kneading the dough myself. So, who wants some hot cross buns?
I I want to put my fingers into them.
You want to put your fingernails into my buns, madam? Oh, well. Ooh, matron there.
Well, I
Just
was
at
hoping.
the end.
I was
Just at
hoping
the end.
this.
What were
We'll
you
see
hoping there,
what they
sir?
take or not.
I was hoping this scene was going to start out a little more eyebrow than that, but apparently we're straight in with the Carry On films
Well,
again.
don't worry.
Everyone's
I'm a
just put their
master.
foot in their
I'm a
mouth.
master baker, so I'm just going to bend over and I'm going to get something out the oven. Unless you'd like something in the oven as well, there, madam. Oh, right. Down in the oven we go. Here we go. Let's get this. There we are.
Right.
Lovely.
Oh,
Right.
I just
Barry,
want
you
to
throw that over to me, I'll
touch
catch it.
So, I was just in the back getting a good one because I am a master baker, and I've got some big buns for you, sir.
Interesting to see that the bread isn't the only unpleasantly doughy thing in this bakery.
Oh, hang on a minute, sir. This isn't your order. Your one's in the bottom. I'll just go and get it for you. Right, here
Yes,
we
sir,
go.
do you want to take this from my special fetish range? You want that one there, and get this one over here. Look like a bit of a croissant, doesn't it?
Oh my God, what is up with that foot?
Sir, I just realized I saw something that I think is absolutely crazy.
Look, I don't want to be the butt of any more jokes here. I'm not going to be the butt of any more jokes.
It's not a joke, but there is a nail in one of your buns.
A nail in one of your buns? Look, I'll tell you what, I don't know about this, Barry, but I just don't think we have enough soul in that bakery anymore.
Our soul, save our soul. Come on, everyone, save our soul. Save
Oh,
our
for goodness
soul.
sake.
It is Easter. Maybe in that hot cross, you've got a nail from the one true cross.
Huh. I can't believe the cheek of you, man. The cheek of you.
You're towing the line with that one.
Oh, hang on a minute. I need to make sure none of you have got any allergies. Are you allergic to gluten?
Wasn't Glutius the Roman legionary who pierced Jesus' side as he was nailed to the hot cross?
No, you're thinking
Well,
of
personally-
Maximus. He's in the other scene.
Yeah, personally, I think you should both put a sock in it and let the ladies speak. Go on, what are you going to say, love?
To be honest, I am allergic to a lot of things, but I think I can nail it.
Well, I appreciate your pluck.
And scene! There we go! Fantastic stuff there, guys. So, audience, who do you think made best creative use of the body part they were assigned? If you felt it was Dave and his toes, then vote for Dave. If you felt it was me and I cracked you up, I'm reusing the same jokes here, then vote for David. If you felt it was Deena, then use those fingernails when you vote and vote for Deena. And if you felt that Alan had an eyebrow-raising experience, then get your people's eyebrows out and vote for Alan. Whilst we wait to see how the audience voted, let's find out. Damien, who would you vote for there?
Oh, I think for camera work, I'd go for Dave. I think for best
Editing?
punnage, but for best best puns, I think David.
Best
I
original
think
song?
we had a bit of an advantage. I think there were more puns there. I think Deena was really had a difficult challenge with fingernails. It's the thing to get puns on. So I think the rest of you did well. Deena and Alan, I think that was both good.
Okay. So, Sam, who would you vote for?
Well, in life, I've always been a bum man, so I'm going to have to go for you, David.
Fantastic. Max, how would you vote it?
No, well, hands down, Sam takes it all.
Thanks, Max.
Okay. So, let's just see what we've got. So, we've got votes coming through. And there's loads of votes, loads of comments coming through. So, let's see what we've got. So, okay, hang on. Keeley says, please don't take your socks off. So, Dave, just don't. Right.
It's never going to happen.
Vanessa says, the eyebrow will win. I don't think that's quite a vote. We're not quite onto the vote yet. Gavin says, ha, ha, ha. Gavin says, classic buns gag. Keeley says, ew, David, that's enough of that, mate. Ellie says, Alan. So that's maybe a vote there for Alan.
Oh, yeah,
Julie says, very tough, David. So that's one for me. Keely
That
says
description of you.
Alan's
Yeah,
Rouse.
I'd put a vote.
Yeah. Nina says Dave. Jane says David for sure, although all are funny. Erica says Alan's eye gets my vote. So I'm not quite sure what we've got here. So 1 for Alan, 1 for Dave, 1 for David, 2 for Alan, 2 for David, 3 for Alan, 3 for Alan, 3 for Alan, going once, going twice. Any more votes coming through? And Alan, you have won that one. So well done there. Fantastic. So, audience, we are going to move on to our penultimate game now. And our penultimate game is going to be a round known as Dance Off. So, I am going to find some music. And, audience, we need suggestions of professions. We need a suggestion of a profession. And we will do a dance inspired by that profession. So, I'm just going to find some music for us to dance to whilst we wait for these... not votes, for these suggestions to come through. So let's just see what we've got.
I'm telling you, it's limbering up.
You've got to limber up, guys.
I mean, Dave, I've seen it. The trouble is, I've seen Tinkerbell, and so I know like what I've got to compete
I've got a
against.
different camera today, though. I'm on the sofa. I can't move the camera around too much today, so
Well,
I've not got the low angle today.
okay, so let's just see what we've got here. Okay, I've got us some music. Let's just make sure that this will be shared.
Hang on, I'm just going to do face dancing.
Okay, advanced settings. So screen share. Share computer sound. Okay, excellent. So, let's just close that. We're going to see what we've got coming through.
Look, we've got a little bit of a waltz going on down there with Sam. That's very nice, very nice.
We do. Okay, so
Surely that's cheating. It's
We've
already
got-
started.
okay, we've got
very
dentist.
nice.
We've got bus
a shimmy.
driver.
Look at the hips working. Look at the hips. Oh my god.
Okay, Sam,
got it
Sam,
all.
stop trying to get the vote. Okay, so let's see what we've got. We've got dentist, bus driver, bodybuilder, vet. Oh, George is warming up, says Keely. Andrew says wrestler. Edo says psychotherapist. Ellie says Sam wins. Vanessa says mortician, which is a bit grim. Okay, so what do we think there? Someone else, what out of that list, what would you like?
Psychotherapist.
Psychotherapist. Okay, thank you for that. Right,
hold
so
on,
we're
did
going
you-
to do
did
the
you-
dance.
Oh, you didn't ask me. Okay, sorry.
Okay, no, you're the first to answer. So, we're going to do the dance of the psychotherapist. I'm going to bring on music. Hopefully, we will all be able to hear. So, I'm just going to start this up. And as soon as you hear the music, here we go. Just about enough of that. Well done, everyone, all involved there. So, audience, who do you think did the best dance of the psychotherapist? Put your votes into the comments now, whilst we all try and catch our breath. Just whilst we're catching our breath and the votes are coming through, I will just remind everyone. I will remind everyone that this is the Extreme Improv XStreamed show. We're going to have a matinee show tomorrow at 12 noon. That will be 12 noon UK time. So, that's 12 p.m. UK time. And that will be tomorrow on Friday. We have shows every Wednesday and Thursday, usually at 9 o'clock. It may be that we do one an hour earlier next week, but we will announce that on the Extreme Improv Facebook page. And just let's have a look at what we've got coming up. So,
I just let the audience know that couldn't hear the music, so in case I'm offbeat anywhere,
wait, guys, could none of you hear the
I was
music?
trying to say.
No, I couldn't hear music.
Why the hell didn't you tell me?
Because we started, everyone was
Zero
dancing.
difference, that's why.
Oh, guys.
Wouldn't be in time
Okay.
anyway.
Oh,
Also,
dear.
I wasn't sure whether we were doing a vet or a psychotherapist, so I went with pet therapist. I hope that was all right.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's have a look. Interestingly, just before we began this, both Ellie and Gavin on Facebook both said taxidermist at the exact same time. So that's interesting. Okay,
Get stuffed.
so Julie says Sam. Keely says, I vote Sam, but OMG Max, you're hilarious.
Wait,
Ellie says-
what? So how great is...
Okay.
I'm not surprised. I'm
Ellie
not
says
surprised.
Deena. Livia says Sam. Vanessa says Max with lots of A's in the middle. Jane says wow, lol. Josephine says loved Max note taking. Jane says Deena. Nina says Dave. Erica says Deena, brilliant. Andrew says Max. Keely says we heard the music. Yeah, guys, what's your issue? Right. Gavin says
I also
Dave.
I didn't hear anything.
Right, okay, so let's see what we've got here. So it looks like it's between Deena and Max. Deena and Max. Let's just have a look. Max, Deena,
It's
Max.
exciting.
So that's 2 apiece. Deena 3. Max 3, is it? Deena, you have won. Well done there, Deena. You win. Very good stuff there. Okay,
I'm so
and
glad I did not win. I'm actually really happy.
well, it's because you changed your
You have to
camera
host it
angle,
next
Dave.
time.
What can I say? It's all about the low angle booty shot, and my I didn't
I tried.
win.
I did next to my room, but yeah.
Okay,
Right,
so audience, we're going to move on to our final challenge, which is an impression battle tournament. And so for this, we're going to need lots and lots of suggestions of well-known characters from fiction and people from history, and then we may use some of the suggestions that you previously gave of what that person will be doing. So this is an impression battle tournament. So we need lots of suggestions of well-known characters is the thing that we need from you. Well-known characters, and I'm just going to check that what we've still got lots of suggestions. So we had suggestions of different professions. So let's get some more suggestions of professions. So it'll be famous people or well-known characters acting as various professions. So let's just say hello to everyone there. Okay, so first up, let's see what we've got. Okay, so Josephine has suggested Pippi Longstocking. Do you know who that is, Max?
Oh yeah.
Who
She's
is that?
famous. It's she's a character, an author. She's,
Okay,
she's a
fantastic.
girl.
Then Max, you will be going first, and you will be Pippi Longstocking because you responded that you knew who this was. So Max, you will be doing an impression of Pippi Longstocking, and let's find out what you will be doing. You will be Pippi Longstocking as if you are a bodybuilder. Pippi Longstocking as a bodybuilder, and here you go.
Well, to really bulk up, you want to get a lot of protein in. And first, tie up your hair so you don't get that tangle up anywhere. And then just start lifting. You can start easy off with a little monkey. And then you can go off to something bigger, like a big white horse. And why not just lift up a car with the cups in it? You know, as long as you have it, why not? And that's how you do it, the Pippi Longstocking way.
Okay, thank you very much there, Max. Everyone give Max a round of applause. Okay, because Max, you will be going up against Alan. Alan, you will be next. Let's find a character for you, Alan. So, we had Max as Pippi Longstocking, but now we are going to have Alan as Mona the Vampire. You are Mona the Vampire. Do you not know who that is?
No, is it a kid's thing?
It's a kid's thing. Her name's Mona. She's a vampire. Okay, we'll give you another one. I was tempted to let you go with that. Okay, let's have you as Rupert the Bear. You know who that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta be Mona now.
Okay, you're Rupert the Bear, and let's have you as Rupert the Bear, and Rupert the Bear as a vet. So you are Rupert the Bear, and you are a vet. Rupert the Bear, the vet. Alan, here you go.
Rupert's a bear with trousers like a clown. Oh dear, says Rupert, it's time to put Algie down. Algie is a pug and he's Rupert's best friend, but this day, unfortunately, their friendship met its end. Sadly to say, this is all the tale we've got of Rupert the Bear, Algie, and the lethal shot.
Woo! Okay, fantastic stuff there. Well done. Audience, who do you think did the best impression there? If you felt it was Alan as Rupert the Bear in rhyme, put Alan. If you felt it was Max as Pippi Longstocking, put Max or Pippi. So, whilst we wait for the audience to vote, either Alan or Max, let's find out, what did Sam think?
Despite the fact that he is full of hate, I thought that Alan was really, really great.
Okay, lovely. Let's find out what Deena thought.
I don't think I can very well rhyme, but Alan made me have a very good time.
Fantastic. Dave, let's hear your feedback in verse.
Saucy devil.
Max was great, but he sounded like Cher, so I'm going to vote for Rupert the Bear.
Okay. Damien, let's see if you've got a rhyme.
No. But I got the impression that Pippa Longstocking would be a really good TV cartoon thing if I was a kid. But I've never heard of it before. Really good. I enjoyed the weightlifting, but rhyming was an amazing thing.
Okay, so let's find out who is the greatest. Yes, who is the GOAT? Let's go and find out from the audience vote. And the votes are in. So, the votes we've got are... Josephine says it was a very accurate Longstocking. I'm just about going to take that as a vote there. Andrew says Alan. Julie says Alan. Nina says Max. Vanessa says Max. Jane says Alan, so it's all tied up. Erica says Alan, brilliant, so Alan has taken the lead. Vanessa says we all aren't. I don't know what that means.
That was a vote for me, definitely.
Okay, any other votes?
I agree.
Any other
Vote
votes?
for Max.
Going once. Going twice. And Alan, you have just won it there, so well done there, Alan.
Unlucky, Max.
It was a wrong market. She's a Swedish figure. What do you do?
Oh
Yes.
dear. Okay, so next up we are going to have Deena and Sam. Deena and Sam. So first up we will have Deena. Do you know who Mona the Vampire is?
I'm struggling to.
Okay, do you know
remember.
what?
I don't think it's.
We don't like you, Mona the Vampire. Go back to the 1990s, basically. So we'll get a different character for you. Do you know who Captain
Right.
Jack Sparrow is?
Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
Pirates of the
yeah.
Caribbean. Okay. So you are Captain Jack Sparrow.
Johnny Depp.
Yes, and let's find something for you to be. So you are Captain Jack Sparrow, but let's see what you are doing it as. Vanessa actually suggested a pirate captain, so let's get something else for you there. You are Captain
pirate
Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
And...
Do we have any other suggestions?
do you need a different one?
Just wondering if we have any other options.
Do you know who Whitney Houston is?
Was.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, you
But,
are Whitney
let's go-
Houston. Okay, you're Whitney Houston, but just so that you don't get away from the captain entirely, because we did have a genuine suggestion, I would like to see you be Whitney Houston as a pirate captain. So you're Whitney Houston being a pirate captain. I'm going to put you onto the main view, and Deena, in your own time, here you go.
parrot just died out of my thinking. I need another parrot right now, okay? Here on this ship, because this parrot just died of my thinking. What do you mean I'm not singing well? I am the best singer, okay? I don't remember any song that I used to sing, but it doesn't really matter, all right? Because I can make up songs on the go. So this one is going to be about how I love making love to the pirates. But I mean metaphorically, of course.
Okay, Deena, we will save you there. Thank you. Before we go through the double encore. So, that was Deena as Whitney Houston being a pirate captain. But next up, let's see who we've got for you, Sam. So, Sam, let's have a look. You are going to be... We've got lots of good suggestions here. You are going to be... I think do you know who Joe Mangle is?
No.
Okay, don't worry. Too old for you. Right.
I can do Jack Sparrow since that we missed that one.
No. You can't request it now. Okay, you can be Mona the Vampire. Okay, Sam, you are Mona the Vampire. And you're going to be Mona the Vampire. And you're going to be Mona the Vampire doing what? As a taxidermist. You are Mona the Vampire, the taxidermist. Okay, Sam, over to you. Mona the Vampire, the taxidermist, and here you go.
Oh, I like it when it's really, really dark around here. All I need are some more dead bodies. Obviously, I'm a vampire. Everyone's dead around here. Oh no, someone's coming. Let me turn myself into a bat. Oh no, now someone has to fill me.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much there, Sam. So, audience, please start voting now. Who did you prefer? Did you prefer Deena as Whitney Houston? Or did you prefer Sam as Mona the Vampire? So if you'd like to vote for Sam, put Sam or Mona. If you would like to vote for Deena, put Deena or Whitney. Whilst we wait for the audience votes to start coming through, let's find out. Dave, what did you think?
I like the little bit at the end Sam did, but I'm going to go for Deena. I've released her Inner Diva with that impression. I thought.
She released her Inner Deena. Okay, let's find out.
Deena.
Yes, Max.
Deena Diva.
Max, what did you think?
Well, they were both really good, David. But it was really interesting to see Deena's character in a pirate situation. And also the last time I was here, Sam disqualified me in a game, so I'm going to go with Deena.
Fantastic.
What a grudge to hold.
Look at this. A recall to a previous show. Alan, how do you vote it?
Well, I loved the physical work Sam did with the transformation into the bat, but on the other hand, I used Deena's as an opportunity to go and have a sly wee. So as to make up for that gross discourtesy, I'm going to have to vote for Deena.
Okay, fantastic. Damien, how do you vote it?
Well, I just stayed where I was and peed continuously throughout both performances, so I'm going to vote for Sam.
Oh, what a pity one.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got some votes coming through. So, we've got votes. We've got lots of votes. First of all, Jane says, "What's your cat's name, Damien?"
The cat is called T-Bag.
Teabag? I don't want to know why. Okay, so...
T-Bow.
Yeah, we've heard that before. Okay, so Ellie says, "Yes, Mona." But then she says, "Yes, taxidermist." So this may just be that she was pleased with these suggestions.
No,
Gavin says, "Hooray." Okay, Ellie does vote for Sam. Nina actually writes Deena, but she writes it with the Russian alphabet, so that's quite impressive. Or she might not, that might just be a swear word, but it's in Russian either way. Okay, so that's one for Deena, that's one for Sam.
Or maybe the Russian is her name and Nina is a mistyped vote for Deena.
Yeah. Okay, someone who has written has written the word wow, but their name is also written entirely in Russian, so I'm just going to take their wow as a vote for Deena. Okay, Josephine says Deena, so that's 3-1. Okay, Jane says Sam. Julie says Sam. Keely says Sam. So That is 4-3 to Sam. Sam, you just pipped it at the last moment,
Oh.
I think there.
Just picked the wow.
Oh, hang on, wait. Gavin says Deena. It has come through. Come
You
through as
called
I'm
it.
speaking.
You
Come
called
through
it.
as I vote. Okay, it's not quite over yet. There's everything to
Oh,
vote
hold
for.
it. Right, you called it on my off of me yesterday's show.
Okay,
I'm
hang
Sam's side
on.
this
But that is literally as I'm still reading it. So, Vanessa also says T-Bone would be better. Vanessa, hang on.
T-Bone,
Vanessa,
T-Bone,
did
not
Vanessa
T-Bone.
already vote? Did Vanessa already vote? Because we have another vote for Deena. I'm going to give you a 5 count because this will actually put Deena in the lead. But Sam, I am going to give you the same opportunity. I'm going to say, okay,
This round's never
Damien then
gonna
says
end.
T-Bow. Oh, hang on, that's you, Damien. Right, so
That's
5,
me. That's how it's.
4. Any more votes for Sam? 3. Any more votes for Deena? 2. 1. Deena, you've actually just stolen it here from Sam. I'm very sorry, Sam.
In your face. Sorry.
Very, very sorry. Okay.
It is so hard to pretend to be angry when you're so funny, Deena.
Okay, so who have we got left? Who hasn't done an impression yet? I haven't, Dave hasn't, and Damien hasn't. So we're going to have a 3D finale. So a 3D finale. So let's get some
Well,
final
that case-
characters here. Audience still put some
David is going to
professions
get an
through.
impression of a cracker.
Of a what?
Cracker.
A cracker.
Of a cracker?
Cracker what?
I don't understand.
Crack whore.
Right.
No,
Okay,
cracker like a cracker.
Vanessa also says, no, I didn't vote before, so 1 for Deena. So, okay.
No one cares
Sam,
anymore. Shut up.
Sam,
Right, okay.
you didn't stand a chance.
Jane says, poor Sam. Gavin says, taxidermist again. We now have Yoda. So, Damien, you will go first. You will be Yoda. Damien, you will be Yoda. And let's get what you are doing it as. Yoda, and you are going to be what's okay, so this is the closest I've seen to a suggestion of what you're doing. This is going to be Yoda being drunk. Drunk Yoda, please, Damien. And here you go.
When too many have I had? Looking, seeing past and future, all the same. Now, must use key in door. Open or open not. Now, there's only sleep and cry.
Okay, thank you so much there, Damien. You have fallen off the screen. I will take that as your exit point. We will see how method he is. He's back. Okay, fantastic.
I've been living as Yoda for several weeks now in preparation for this role.
Okay, so next up will be you, Dave. We've got a great suggestion here. So, Gavin, you weren't actually on the show. You didn't make it, but hopefully next time. But you have given us a great suggestion here for Dave. You go. So first of all, Julie suggests that Dave, you will be Bob Geldof, but this will be Bob Geldof being a crack whore. So you are Bob Geldof, the crack whore. Dave, over to you, and here you go.
Look, there are thousands of people dying of crack addiction in the world. And you've got to understand, we got to get these people to understand. You got to give the money. Just give us the fucking numbers so we can get the money out there. And we got to give us just give us the fucking crack, will you?
Okay, fantastic there. Oh, sorry, for some reason it didn't go onto the pinned speaker view. Hopefully that won't affect things. Do you want to just repeat that last line for us there, Dave, so people can get a flavour of it in full screen?
Okay. Well, basically, what I said for those who didn't quite hear it was, give us the fucking crack now!
Okay, fantastic. Okay, and so, other performers, from the suggestions, can you find a character for me, please?
Well, I'll see what
Who
we
am I
have.
gonna do?
Let's have a little look.
We're going to find out who I will be shortly. The other performers are just finding someone for
We've got
me.
enough suggestions here.
There's loads from earlier if we haven't got
Let's
anything.
turn through. We got.
There's Mr. Bean.
No, I'm here.
I've got
Well,
Catherine the Great here.
Catherine the Great.
Catherine the Great cheating at exams.
Okay.
Will
So
that be it?
I am Catherine the Great. I am cheating at exams.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. I say. Oh, Lord, what's that? Look! That's all I've got. And so much for that. Right, so, audience, it was now up to you. Vote. Who do you think did the best there? Put me if you felt it was David. Put David or Catherine the Great if you felt it was me. Put Dave if you felt it was Dave doing his impression of Bob Geldof. And put Damien if you felt it was Damien and his impression of Yoda. So, put Dave if you felt it was Dave as Bob Geldof. Put David if you felt it was me as Catherine the Great. And put Damien if you felt it was Damien as Yoda. So, whilst we wait to see what our audience thought, let's just find out. Max, what did you think?
I love cursing, David, so I'll go with Dave on this one.
I got the sweary vote, nice.
Also, asking for drugs in that kind of way. It's nice. It's nice. It's bad for you, but it's nice.
Okay, let's find out. Alan, what did you think?
My vote is definitely with Dave as Bob Geldof. And I can see no reasons, but there are no reasons. So what reason do you need?
Excellent reference there. And Deena, how would you vote this?
Well, I would love to vote for Catherine the Great, but I should say it was not very accurate because she's more sophisticated. She was more sophisticated. So I'm going to go with Damien. I like the Yoda impression.
And he didn't fuck a single horse, so...
Well, there we go. So, let's see. We've got votes coming...
What did you want?
Right. Let's see what we've got. Votes coming through. We have... Vanessa says, ah ha ha ha. Julie says Dave. Nina says Dave. Gavin says Dave. Vanessa says Damien. Josephine says Damien. Erica says Yoda. Brilliant. So that's made it all tied. Jane says Damien. Andrew says Damien. Damien's racing in the lead. Jane says Sam's funny. Lol. Okay. Drunk Yoda is better than Baby Yoda, says Andrew. So Damien, you have gone through. Damien, well done. So, do we have three winners then? We have Damien, we have Deena, and we have Alan. So we are going to have a grand finale. So in this grand finale, first of all, let's get a character for each of you to do. Let's just get a few more characters, guys. Okay, let's... okay, so we've got the suggestion here from Vanessa. We're not going to use it because it's not quite accurate enough. It says Peaky Blinders, main character. What's his name? Okay, that isn't quite going to be usable by us. But let's have a look. We have here the suggestion of... I did actually see some more suggestions, which now I'm not seeing. Okay, Damien, I would like you to go first. You are Superman with diarrhea. You are Superman with diarrhea. And here you go.
Well, how did you think I stayed up in the air? You've got to have an action and an opposite reaction.
Okay, well done. Well done. Damien, it is your calling card to end your scene by falling off the screen. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, let me tell you, there was this one time.
Now, Damien, if you're committed to your character, you won't come back. Right. Ah, okay, he's back. Right, so, next up, we will find a character. Let's get a couple more characters coming through, everyone. Couple more characters coming through. Couple more characters. Let's see what we've got. We'll get a previous character. Let's have... Alan, you are Mr. Bean sorting beans. Mr. Bean sorting beans. And in your own time, Alan, here you go. There we go. Thank you very much, Alan. I thought you were going to fall off the screen then, and it would have just been
That's
copyright
Damien's
infringement.
thing.
Yeah. Okay. Last of all, we're going to need a character for Deena. So let's see. Do we have any more characters coming through? I will find one. Hopefully, it'll be something. We're going to be a little bit fair to people that may not get English references. Okay.
It's Tommy Sheldon, by
No
the way.
English famous.
Okay, so we
What's
have
that?
the character Renfield from Dracula. Are you familiar with Dracula?
Ooh, that's tasty.
So, who is from Dracula?
Renfield from Dracula.
The madman in the asylum who collects spiders because he thinks that by eating lives he can live forever. One of Dracula's thralls. Played by Tom Waits in the same movie that, what's his name, Neo, with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
With Jonathan
Yeah,
Harper.
thanks for explaining. I'm not sure I know.
Okay, do you know who Dracula is?
Yeah, sure.
You can be Dracula. You can be Dracula. And I'm going to find something for Dracula to be doing. Dracula. Oh, we just got Optimus Prime as well. But you will be Dracula. And let's see what you're doing.
Optimus Prime.
Okay, I'm just going to interpret something here. You're going to be doing being Dracula, doing an impression of Michael Jackson. Dracula doing an impression of Michael Jackson. Here you go. There we go.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Just come back with a lot of blood here.
Yeah. Okay, so audience, it is now up to you to decide. Do the final vote to decide who will be today's Extreme Improv Extremed champion. So, if you felt it was Deena, put Deena or Dracula. If you felt it was Alan, put Alan or Mr. Bean. And if you felt it was Damien, I forget who was your character, Damien?
Superman.
Oh, Superman. Of course, you're just lying in front of the earth. Put Damien or Superman. So once again, put Damien or Superman for Damien. Put Mr. Bean or Alan for Alan. Or put Dracula or Deena for Deena. Whilst we wait for the audience votes to come through, let's just find out. Max, how would you vote it?
Well, this is pretty clear to me. I love the fact that it looked like Dracula had just gotten some Michael Jackson costume and was just acting it out in front of the mirror. So it's Deena for me.
Okay.
Can I just ask whether Michael Draculason has had any luck finding the man in the mirror?
Well, they're both incredibly pale, aren't they? So let's just find out. Also, whilst votes are coming through, Sam, how do you vote this?
Well, the entire voting system of this show is a shambles anyway, so it really makes no difference whatsoever. I suppose if I had to vote for someone, I'd probably... Shut up, David! No one cares what you've written on your... Max! Max, there's no need for this! Screw you all! I suppose I'd vote for Deena, just, because I have to vote for somebody, and she beat me, so I may as well lose out to the eventual winner of the show.
Okay, Dave.
Oh, don't be kind.
Dave, how do you vote? Or are you writing a message for Sam currently?
Yeah, first...
Sam, do you want a little scalp massage? Shall I sort you out? You look stressed.
Forget it
That's
all.
what I'm going to screens then. First of all, go back, Sam.
Thanks, Dave.
Secondly, I thought I'm going to give it to Damien just for the sheer scientific value of what he was saying in his one, the opposite equal reaction and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, fantastic.
Educational.
So let's see what we've got vote-wise coming through. So, votes we've got coming through. Erica says, Alan, very cute, and then puts a little kiss. So, then we have Gavin, who votes for Deena. Josephine, who votes for Dracula. Edo votes for Deena. Jane votes for Alan. Vanessa votes for Dracula Jackson. Andrew votes for Dracula Jackson as well. Gavin says Dracula Jackson wouldn't see himself in the mirror. Okay, I think that pretty much just calls it. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2 for Alan. Any other votes? Any other votes coming through? I think it's
Can I
a
vote
little
for
bit of a
Alan?
landslide.
I like
Going
that.
once. Gavin says sad times. Don't know what that refers to. Going
Referring to me
twice.
and the injustice of this show.
I just want to
Oh.
add that
Sam,
Alan, you
have
did
a heart.
really good
Right,
impression
okay.
of the Swedish artist Syllable as well.
I think we
Thank
can
you very
call it
much.
though that today, Deena, you have won. Well done. You are today's Extreme Improv XStreamed champion. So well done there, Deena. Thank you so much, everyone who has watched. Let's just see if we can get the championship belt over to Deena today, and we can. So you cannot see this, Deena, but on the live stream right now, there is a championship belt hovering over
Wow.
your screen. So you are today's champion, and it
So
does look
honored.
like Alan is holding it more. But there we go. So, audience, we're just going to begin to wrap this up by finding out where we can find each of our performers. But do take this opportunity to put any final comments in the comment section, and we will read them out at the end of the show. If you want to say any comments to any of the performers tonight, if you want to give any shout outs to anyone who may be watching this somewhere else, if you want to give a shout out to someone who isn't watching this, then go for it. If you want to just say anything at all, by all means do. But for now, let's just find out, where can we find you, Dave?
You can find me on Twitter @Degrino. You can find me on Facebook. My actor page is David Anthony Green. And you can find me tomorrow night on Friday night at 8 PM British time doing my movie and TV quiz. And hey, look, I'm a llama.
Fantastic. Okay, Max, where can we find you?
You can find all of us. I can't prepare this time. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Twice. Hang on. I wanted to impress like Dave did, but that doesn't work. Hey, I come prepared. You can find me here. Mind Melt on Facebook and websites and such. So come find me and join the fun if you speak Swedish.
If you speak Swedish. Okay.
Well.
So, Damien, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Damien_improv. And I also perform with a group called the Impronauts, who you can find at Impronauts. And you can see our last short form show on the ADC website, adctheatre.com.
Fantastic. Sam, where can we find you?
Just screaming and shouting on the streets that David's an arsehole. But elsewhere, you can find me at all of these places. On Facebook, you can find me at Sam George Performer. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Samuel O. George.
Oh,
George.
I don't know if
Okay.
that's becoming more and more of a groan every time that we do that now. That's not fun.
It
Good
is.
growth for me.
Alan, where can't we find you today?
Anywhere. You won't find me anywhere on the internet. Maybe I'll be back here for the matinee tomorrow if I'm allowed back. If not, I'll disappear from your lives forever and you'll never even remember I was here.
Oh, spooky. Okay, you're like the silence from Doctor Who. We'll forget. Okay, my name is David Pistansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pistansky, spelled Pustansky. And lastly, we will come to our current reigning and defending Extreme Improv XStreamed champion, Deena. Where can the good people find you?
Thank you. I didn't know you guys were so professional. You should have told me I would prepare the presentation to let people where to find me. But you can find me, and again, I just found this photo here, on Facebook, which is Deena Mild, or Instagram, Deena_Mild, so pretty obvious. And also, I do perform in, you can, again, find me doing workshops and jams at Moscow Improv Club, which is Moscow Improv Club everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you can find us. And we do jams in English as well as Russian, so if you don't speak Russian, you're welcome to join our free jams, which are not broadcasted, but you can just practice and have some fun with our crowd. English jams are usually, can I pitch it? Yeah, can I
Yeah, do what you need.
No, yeah, okay, cool. So it's usually on Friday at 7 p.m. Moscow time, so it's going to be 5 p.m. I guess for you. I don't know. So unless, I mean, if you're not working at this time, then you can definitely join us, the Moscow Improv Club, and that's it. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It was such fun. Wow.
Brilliant,
and
lovely.
It's after midnight, so I'm supposed to be sleeping, but it was really
Okay, we won't keep you much longer. We'll just get some final comments. So, of course, this is the Extreme Improv XStreamed show, and we will have another show tomorrow at 12 noon UK time, so that's 12 p.m. UK time. Tomorrow we will have a lunchtime matinee show. We have shows every Wednesday and Thursday. We may even have another one next week, which will be on Monday, May the 4th, because it's going to be a Star Wars special, if we can get this thing together or not. We'll find out. But otherwise, do check out the Extreme Improv Facebook page, Extreme Improv YouTube channel, and we're also on Twitter and Twitch and TikTok and basically anywhere. If you go onto any of these things, the thing that will help us most is go onto the YouTube channel or Facebook page, click like and subscribe. Do it on both, it will help us. And also Twitch, we're trying to build that up. So let's just see what we've got in any final comments here. We have Gavin says sad times. Oh, that was from earlier. But regardless, Julie says, thank you for a great evening with lots of laughter. Julie also says, David, it's been a crack. Okay, Gavin says, well done all. Josephine says, best end to Walpurgis night in quarantine. I don't know what that means. Max, do you know?
Well, Purgis Eve is a huge celebration here, especially here in Uppsala, where usually everyone's out in town and they're drunk, but now no one's out, so everyone's...
Now everyone's on this screen and you could believe we were drunk. Okay, Jane says, brilliant as always, guys, and lots of thumbs up. Dave Green says, Friday, 8 p.m, quiz, and that is... Director Dave's movie TV quiz. Julie says, oh, George. But I say, screw you, Sam. And then we have Andrew says 10 out of 10. Vanessa says, come to our jams to Mick. Yeah. MIC?
MIC, this is Moscow Improv Club, yeah.
Okay, there we go. And Keely says, bye. See you tomorrow. So I will also say bye and see you tomorrow. And thank you so much from everyone here. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for joining us,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Happy
And
Walpurgis
we
Eve.
are
Happy
off.
Walpurgis
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,